Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. We've been keeping a close eye on Lake Dillon, where the Summit rotary ice melt device is still on the surface for now. Last we heard, the ice at Dillon Marina nearby is still over a foot thick. Stay tuned for updates as soon as the ice device breaks through. The winning guess is going home with $4,000. Runoff is slowly ramping up this week. The Snake River at Keystone's up a quarter foot in just a week. 10 Mile Creek at Frisco's up a half foot. But the riverbeds are still chilly. The CFS gauge there on the 10 Mile is iced over. Swiftly moving through the state capitol today is a water bill for a Colorado River task force. And all signs are pointing to a big win for co-sponsor Julie McCluskey.
This task force is going to set us up to do this right, to make sure that we craft bold policy that will protect Colorado's water future for years to come.
Aspen Journalism reports on the evisceration of another water bill. It would have protected stream restoration. Instead, it's been gutted to protect water rights. Support, meanwhile, has been all over the map for a controversial land use bill meant to inspire affordable housing. The city of Boulder is the only city voicing support. There's also the Sierra Club, Zillow, and AARP, plus Governor Jared Polis. Opposing that bill are Western Slope counties, plus over a dozen Front Range cities and Colorado realtors. Summit has not taken a stance, according to Colorado Capitol Watch. Expect lots of construction dust at Copper this summer, where the resort is finally finishing the long-awaited Airy restaurant at the top of American Eagle. It opens next winter. Also debuting next winter in Center Village is a child care center for Copper employees and locals. Beginner ski trails above West Village are getting new snowmaking guns to open earlier in the season, and Woodward is building new trails, including 2 downhill mountain bike trails. This is Under the Radar with Frisco Town Manager Tom Fisher.
We've taken a year off from closing Main Street for the promenade, and is it the right thing to be doing?
In less than a week, Frisco is weighing the pros and cons of bringing back the pedestrian promenade. Fisher gives the biggest argument for it.
Frisco has the desire to be a more walkable and bikeable community, and closing down Main Street and having that area available to just biking and walking seems like a very logical decision.
And one of the arguments against it.
If your business has a reliance on that parking or on drive-past traffic that sees that business, your business model and how you invested in being on Main Street, they can look at it very differently.
Frisco has surveyed residents several times about the promenade. Council gets those results on Tuesday. Tune in again next week for Under the Radar. In sports, the Rockies are playing the Brewers right now, and in local sports, today on the Warmup, brought to you by iFurnish in Frisco and Kremling.
We all just piled up on each other, and it was we were all smiling, and it was just good energy all around.
That was senior striker Jocelyn Roque with her favorite memory from 3 years on the soccer team. It was just this past weekend, and it wasn't even her goal.
Soccer is definitely the sport I'm never going to forget, and never going to stop playing either, even if it's just a little touch.
Tonight is senior night up against Eagle Valley, and Jocelyn is putting on a show.
Hoping to score 3 goals. That's my goal. Hat trick, show off, prove that I'm really good.
With any luck, she says, one of those goals is a header. It would be her first. This is the warm-up with Summit High athletes. This just in from Copper Creek Golf Club. 5 new holes are opening this summer. That gives the course 14 holes. Copper's been playing 9 only for 2 seasons now, after the back 9 closed for construction at the base of H-Air. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery.